We start with breaking news this afternoon. The jury has reached a verdict in the Madeline Kingsbury case. Jurors in Blue Earth County, Minnesota deliberated for about 7 hours yesterday, and they were back at 8:30 this morning. A jury has found 30-year-old Adam Fravel guilty on all 4 counts. That includes first-degree murder while engaging in domestic abuse, first-degree murder with premeditation, and 2 counts of second-degree murder. Kingsbury went missing in March of 2023 after dropping off 2 children that she shared with Fravel at a daycare. Fravel denied any involvement in her disappearance, but was arrested and charged 2 days after her remains were found near his family's property. He faces a possible life sentence.